Hey everyone, I'm Brad with the Penny Pincher's Guide to Personal Finance. First, make sure you hit that like button so we know to make more videos like it. As we roll into 2022, we're going to start entering one of my least favorite seasons, and that's going to be tax season. If you like me, you hate paying taxes. But even worse than that, you hate having to pay taxes. But I do have some good news for you, and that is the IRS Free File Program. If you haven't heard about it before, if you make less than $72,000 a year of adjusted gross income, AGI, you're going to be eligible for this program. Now, what this program offers you is that there are a variety of different tax preparation companies that are offering their software for those that meet the income requirements by the IRS to be able to prepare and file their taxes completely free. Now, unfortunately, if you make more than the $72,000 AGI limit, you're not going to be eligible for the Free File Program. But you are going to still have access to all of your tax files that you need to be able to actually prepare and file those taxes on your own. You can get all of those files and all those forms through the IRS website for free, but the actual tax preparation is not going to be free to you. Now, if you actually go over to the IRS Free File website, you're probably going to notice that it is not actually open yet to start your tax preparation process. Now, the IRS does state on the website that it is going to be available during January of 2022. It's probably going to be over the next week or so that they actually open the program to everybody to be able to start using. Now, I'm going to jump into how you actually use the IRS Free File Program in just a minute, but I do want to go over some important changes to the 2022 tax season, as well as some of the changes that have been announced over the past year with regards to the IRS Free File Program. Now, the biggest thing I want you all to know is that the tax deadline for 2022 for filing your 2021 taxes is going to be April 18th, 2022. Now, unlike the past 2 years where the IRS has announced extensions for the individual tax filings because of hardship due to COVID-19, they have not yet made an announcement. While it's certainly possible with the rise of Omicron and other variants that they could announce another extension, I wouldn't plan on it because most of the country, as well as most of the world, is starting to move past the pandemic, which I think is a good thing for all of us, but it does mean that you need to make sure you have your taxes filed by the deadline. Now, another thing that I think is really important to note with the IRS Free File Program is that back in July of 2021, most people probably missed this, is that TurboTax announced that they were opting out of the IRS Free File Program. So if you've been using TurboTax to file your taxes over the past couple of years and you were using the Free File Program, it is no longer going to be free for you to be able to use their software. And you can certainly still pay for that, but it's no longer partnered with the IRS. Now, you still have a lot of other really good options, and this isn't the first time that a major tax preparation company has opted out of the program. H&R Block did the same thing back in 2020. While it's going to take a little bit more input on your part to be able to actually upload your previous tax filings to whatever new tax preparation software you choose, it is still going to be free to use one of the other options available to you. Now, let's actually jump into what I reviewed last year in terms of how you actually navigate, get to, and make sure you use the IRS Free File software correctly. All right, so very simple. Just go over to Google, type in IRS Free File. Don't look at any of the ads. What you're going to do is click on the very first thing. It says irs.gov. Click on that. You're going to come down here. So if you have income less than $72,000, it should be free. If you make more than that, you will be able to get your forms for free, but actually filing is going to cost you. So choose an IRS Free File offer. What are you going to need? You need your income statements like W-2s or 1099, an adjusted income, and your current filing status and your dependent information if you have it. So instead of just going to browse all offers, you're going to narrow it down, use the start lookup tool. You're going to go through here, your filing status, your age, AGI, earned income tax credit, state of residence, if you have any military pay, and then it's going to give you the best results for your specific situation. So I'm just going to drop some real quick information here so you can get an idea of what type of information you're going to be putting in the form. So what's your status? I'm married, filing jointly. I'd be filing for myself. How old am I? I'm 26. Income, I just say pre-tax wages, throw an amount. I'm just going to put a random number, say $50,000. Say there's no other income that I have. Say next, how many dependents? Don't have any kids yet. No, I'm not eligible or my wife for the earned income tax credit. Moving forward, state of residence. I'm a Texas resident. Military pay for myself. Yes, I do have military pay. And then it's going to give you which programs are going to be the best for your specific situation and should allow you to file completely free. So you can go through, look, TaxAct, fileyourtaxes.com, IRS Free File through TurboTax, and quite a few options. I did go through this program before and I looked at it, and if you are military, you can have more options available to you. But as well, the programs that they're going to recommend are going to be completely dependent upon your specific situation. So go through there. If you don't like what it's recommending, you can always go back to the beginning and just look at browse all programs and read through the information to what's going to be the best for you and your family in your specific tax situation. And with all that being said, while we're still waiting for the IRS Free File Program to open up for the current year, now is the perfect time to start gathering all of your tax documents together so you can make sure you're ready when it comes out. So this is a great time to pull your W-2 if you're a regular employee, if you're a 1099 work, say you're doing Uber, DoorDash, something like that is contracting, as well as pulling together all of your tax deductible expenses if you were doing one of those 1099 contracting jobs. Make sure you pull together any sort of investment income from capital gains, whether it's long-term or short-term capital gains, especially I'm talking to you meme stalkers that were making a bank on AMC and GameStop, and as well as any other things that you might think are applicable to your tax preparation process. If you bought a house, you sold a house, any big things that might affect your taxable income. Now, some other things to start thinking about. While we are in 2022, you still have up until the tax deadline to actually make contributions to your Roth and traditional IRAs. Now, while a Roth IRA is not going to change your taxable burden, if you make contributions to your traditional IRA, that will lower how much you have to pay in taxes. Now, what I just mentioned about lowering your tax burden doesn't really make sense to you. I have videos about your Roth IRA, your traditional IRA, as well as how your income taxes work. So I want to thank you for joining me today, and until next time, just remember to pinch a little.